No one was ready for what happened in Heartland Season 20 Episode 1. Fans thought they had already cried their last tears, thought the story of Ty and Amy had ended for good. But then, one quiet, chilling moment changed everything. Because Amy didn't just remember Ty, she felt him, and what she saw next made thousands of fans stop breathing. This wasn't a normal flashback. This wasn't just grief. This was something that looked real enough to shatter her heart all over again. Section 1: The shock that no one was ready for. Part 1 of the script. It starts with the ranch feeling quieter than it has ever been. The kind of quiet that doesn't feel peaceful. It feels heavy. The wind moves slowly through the trees, and the open land looks endless. But instead of freedom, it feels like emptiness. Amy is still living her days, still doing her work, still smiling when she has to, but inside, she's barely holding together. The world keeps moving, but her heart is stuck in the same place. Stuck on the day everything changed. She walks through Heartland like a person who knows every corner, yet feels lost in her own home. Every little thing brings Ty back. The fence he fixed, the barn door he always left half open. Even the smell of hay and leather makes her chest tighten. Sometimes she tries to tell herself she's doing fine, that she's strong, that she has to be strong. But strength doesn't stop the memories from hitting her like waves. And these memories are not soft, sweet memories. They are sharp. They hurt. Because they remind her that Ty is not supposed to be there anymore. That night, the sky turns dark early. Clouds cover the moon, and the ranch lights glow in a weak, yellow way, like they are tired too. Amy finishes feeding the horses, but she doesn't go back inside. Instead, she stands near the barn entrance, staring into the open space ahead. It's like she's waiting for something, even though she doesn't know what. Her hands are cold, but she doesn't move. She just stands there, listening to the small sounds around her, the horses shifting, wood creaking, the wind brushing against the barn walls. Then she hears something that makes her freeze. Not a loud sound, not a big crash. Just a soft, familiar noise, like boots stepping on dry ground. Amy turns quickly, her heart jumping in a way it hasn't jumped in a long time. Her breath catches. She tells herself it's nothing. It's probably just one of the ranch hands. Or maybe Jack. Or maybe she imagined it. Because grief can play tricks. It can make you hear things. It can make you see shadows that are not real. But the sound happens again. One step, then another. Amy's eyes widen as she stares toward the darker part of the barn, where the light barely reaches. The horses go still, like even they noticed it. Amy takes a slow step forward, then stops. Her voice comes out almost like a whisper, and she doesn't even realize she's saying it until it's already spoken. Ty! The second that name leaves her mouth, she feels something rush through her, like a sudden change in the air, like the world stopped for one heartbeat. And for a moment, she looks scared, not because she thinks Ty is there, but because a part of her hopes he is. And hope is dangerous. Hope can break you when it's false. Amy shakes her head and lets out a breath, almost angry at herself. She tells herself to stop doing this, to stop letting her heart create dreams that will only turn into pain. She starts to turn away, but then a voice speaks, a voice so real, so close, that her whole body locks in place. Amy. It's quiet, but it's clear, and it's him. Her eyes fill instantly, not slowly, instantly, like the tears were waiting for years behind her eyes, ready to fall the second they heard that voice again. Amy turns so fast it feels like the world spins with her. She stares into the darkness, her chest rising and falling hard, like she can't breathe properly. Ty? She whispers again, louder this time, and then the shadow in the barn moves forward. The figure steps into the light just enough for Amy to see the outline. Broad shoulders, a familiar stance. The way he stands like he belongs there, like he has always belonged there. Amy's mouth opens but no words come out. Her hand lifts slightly, trembling, like she wants to reach out but she's afraid. Afraid that if she moves too quickly, he will vanish. Afraid that if she speaks too loudly, she will wake up. But she is awake, and what she is seeing is impossible. The figure takes one more step into the light. Amy stares at him like her mind is fighting itself. Her heart wants to run into his arms, but her brain is screaming, "This can't be real. because the man standing there, the man looking right at her, is Ty Borden, and the second their eyes meet, Amy doesn't just look shocked, she looks like the world has shattered and come back together. In the same moment, Amy doesn't move at first. She just stands there, staring at Ty like her eyes are lying to her. Her heart pounds so loud it almost covers the sound of the horses breathing behind her. The barn feels colder now, even though nothing has changed. The air is thick, like the world is holding its breath. Amy blinks once, then again, as if she can force the vision to disappear. But Ty is still there, still standing in the weak light, looking at her like he never left. Her lips tremble as she tries to speak, but no words come out, only a small sound, like a quiet gasp. Her legs feel heavy, like they belong to someone else. She takes one careful step forward, then stops again. She is scared to move too fast, scared she might break whatever this moment is, because she has dreamed of this before. She has imagined him standing there, calling her name, smiling at her the same way. But every dream ended the same way, with her waking up alone. And the pain always hit harder the second time, but this feels different. This feels real. Ty doesn't smile much. His face is calm, but his eyes look deep and tired, like he's carrying something heavy. He looks at Amy the way he always did, like she is the center of his world. And that look alone makes Amy's chest tighten. Her eyes fill again, and she shakes her head slowly, almost begging him to disappear before her hope grows too big. No, she whispers, her voice cracking. This can't be. You can't. Ty takes a step closer. His boots press into the dirt floor softly, and that sound is what almost breaks her. Because it's not a dream sound. It's not a memory sound. It's the sound of someone real. Someone standing in front of her. Amy's breath shakes as she lifts her hand again, but she keeps it close to her chest. She doesn't reach for him yet. She can't. She's afraid her fingers will pass through him, afraid he will fade like smoke. Her eyes search his face like she's trying to find proof. Proof that this isn't her grief playing cruel games. Proof that she isn't losing her mind. She looks at his jacket, his shoulders, his hair, the small lines on his face. Everything about him feels right. Too right. Ty, she says again, and this time her voice is louder, sharper, full of pain. Where have you been? Ty's mouth opens, but he doesn't answer right away. It's like he's thinking carefully, like every word matters. His eyes hold hers, and Amy realizes something that sends a chill down her spine. He looks sad, not happy, not shocked, not confused. Sad, like he knew this would happen, like he's been waiting for this moment too. Ames, Ty says softly, and his voice alone makes Amy's knees weak. I didn't want you to see me like this. Amy swallows hard. Like what? She asks, almost angry now. Like you're standing here like nothing happened? Like you didn't. Her voice breaks and she can't finish the sentence. She can't say it out loud. She can't say the word died, because saying it makes it real again. Ty steps closer, but he still keeps a small space between them. That space feels like a wall, like something is stopping him. Amy notices it. She notices that he isn't reaching for her, not touching her, not pulling her in, and that makes fear rise in her stomach. Why aren't you coming closer? Amy asks, her voice shaking. Ty looks down for a second, then back up. His eyes look watery, but he doesn't cry. He just looks like a man holding back a storm. I can't stay long, he says quietly. Those words slam into Amy like a punch. Her face changes instantly. Her eyes widen. What do you mean you can't stay long? She asks fast. Ty, stop. Don't say that. Don't say that like you're about to leave again. Ty takes another step forward. And now he is close enough that Amy can feel the warmth of his presence. Not heat exactly, but something. Like the air changes near him. Amy's hand rises higher, almost touching his chest. Her fingers hover inches away from him. Please, Amy whispers, her voice small now. Please tell me this is real. Ty looks at her hand, then back at her face. His voice drops even lower. It's real enough, he says, but not in the way you want. Amy's hand shakes more. Her breathing becomes sharp. What does that mean? She asks, Are you alive? Ty doesn't answer. His silence is louder than any words. Amy's eyes fill again, and she steps even closer, almost pressing into him. Her voice turns desperate. Ty, I need to know, she says. I need to know if I'm dreaming. I need to know if I'm losing it. She stops mid-sentence because the barn lights flicker. Once, twice, the horses shift restless. The air turns even colder, and Ty's face tightens like he's in pain. Amy watches him, confused, frightened. Ty? She says again. Ty takes a breath, like he's trying to hold himself together. And then he says something that makes Amy's blood run cold. You're not safe, Amy. Amy freezes. What? Ty's eyes lock onto hers again, and his voice becomes firm now, like he's warning her, not comforting her. Amy stands frozen for a long moment after Ty disappears. Her whole body shakes like she's been hit by a storm. She can still hear his last words in her head, repeating again and again like a warning she can't escape. Don't trust anyone. Her eyes stay locked on the empty space where he was standing just seconds ago. The barn is silent again, but now the silence feels wrong. It feels fake, like the ranch is pretending nothing happened. Amy's breathing is loud and even. She takes one slow step forward, then another, walking into the spot where Ty stood. She looks down at the dirt floor. She looks at the shadows. She looks at the doorway. Nothing. And no sign of him. But Amy knows what she heard, what she saw, what she felt. She presses her hand against her chest as if she can calm her heart, but it doesn't work. Her heart is racing like it's running away from something. She turns sharply and runs out of the barn. The cold night air hits her face, but she doesn't care. She runs across the yard, her boots crunching on gravel. She looks around wildly as if Ty might appear again near the fence, or behind the trees, or near the house. But there's only darkness, only the wind, only the ranch, standing still like it's watching her. Amy stops near the porch steps, bending forward slightly, trying to catch her breath. Her mind is screaming questions. Was it real? Was it a dream? Was she losing her mind? But then another thought hits her harder than anything else. Ty said it wasn't an accident. That sentence makes her stomach tighten. Amy slowly stands up straight, her eyes narrowing. She wipes her tears with her sleeve, but more tears come. Not just sad tears now. These are different. These are frightened tears, angry tears. Because what if Ty was right? And what if the truth was hidden this whole time? Amy goes inside the house quietly. The lights are low. Everything is peaceful to peaceful. The kind of peace that makes her feel even more alone. She looks toward the living room where Jack's chair sits empty. She looks toward the hallway where the family photos hang like silent memories. She can't stay here. Not tonight. She walks into her room, closes the door, and leans against it like she's holding herself together. Her chest rises fast. Then she does something she hasn't done in a long time. She opens Ty's old box. The box is hidden in the back of the closet. She kept it there because looking inside hurts too much. But now she needs it. She needs something real, something solid, something that proves Ty wasn't only in her head. Her hands shake as she pulls out the box and sits on the floor. She opens it slowly. Inside are small pieces of his life, his things, his memories, a worn glove, a folded jacket, a few tools, a photo of them together, smiling like the world was safe back then. Amy picks up the photo and stares at it for a long time. Then she whispers, Ty, what are you trying to tell me? A tear drops onto the picture. Amy puts the photo down and starts going through the rest of the box. She doesn't even know what she's looking for. Something, anything, some clue, some message, some sign. And then she finds something she doesn't remember putting there. A paper, folded neatly. Her breath catches. Amy picks it up carefully like it could burn her. She unfolds it slowly, and her eyes widen as she reads, because it's not a note she wrote. And it's not a note from Jack. It's written in Ty's handwriting. Her hands start shaking harder. Her mind tries to say no, tries to tell her it's impossible. But she knows Ty's handwriting. She has seen it 100 times. On labels, on notes, on old papers around the ranch. This is his. The note is short, just a few lines. But every word hits like thunder. If you're reading this, it means I was right. The accident wasn't an accident. If anything happens to me, look at the file under my name. Trust your heart, not the people around you. Amy's mouth opens slightly, but no sound comes out. She reads it again, then again. Her eyes fill with tears, but her face is no longer only sad. Now she looks terrified. Amy slowly looks back into the box, searching with new fear in her eyes. She moves things around, deeper and deeper, until her fingers touch something flat and hard. A folder. She pulls it out. It's old, dusty, like it hasn't been touched in a long time. It has Ty's name written on it. Amy stares at it for a long moment. Her heart feels like it's about to explode. Her fingers grip the folder tightly, but she doesn't open it yet because she's afraid of what's inside. Afraid that if she opens it, she'll learn something that can't be undone, but she opens it anyway. Inside are papers, a few printed emails, a report, and one page that makes Amy's blood turn cold. A medical document. Not Ty's, someone else's. And at the top, in bold letters, is a name she has never seen before. But the document is connected to the same place where Ty's accident happened. Amy's eyes scan the page fast. Her breathing becomes shallow. Her mouth goes dry. Then she sees a sentence circled in pen. Vehicle damage pattern does not match reported cause. Amy's face goes pale. She flips the page. More notes. More lines circled. A few words repeated again and again. Witness statement changed. Timeline unclear. Investigation closed too quickly. Amy sits back against the wall like her body can't hold her anymore. Her brain is spinning. Her hands cover her mouth as tears rush down her face. But this time, she is not crying only because she misses Ty. She is crying because she is starting to believe something much worse. What if Ty's death wasn't random? What if someone made it happen? What if the people around her weren't telling the truth? Amy grips the folder so hard her knuckles turn white. Her eyes lift slowly toward the bedroom door as if she suddenly feels watched, and then she hears something outside. A sound. Soft. A car door closing. Amy freezes. She gets up quietly and walks toward the window. She pulls the curtain back just a little, and what she sees makes her body go still. A vehicle is parked outside. Not Jack's, not Lou's, not anyone who should be here. A dark vehicle sitting near the driveway, with its engine off, like it's hiding. Amy's throat tightens. She watches as someone steps out. She can't see the face clearly, but the shape of the person, the way they move, feels like someone trying not to be noticed. Amy backs away from the window slowly, her heart pounding. She looks at the folder in her hands. Then she whispers the only question that matters now. Ty, were you right? And before she can move, before she can even breathe, there's a knock at her door. Slow. Heavy. 3 knocks. Amy's eyes widen. She holds her breath, and a voice speaks from the other side of the door. Amy, are you awake? Her blood turns cold, because that voice is someone she knows. Amy doesn't answer the door. She stands perfectly still, holding the folder so tightly it bends at the corners. Her eyes are fixed on the wooden door like it might explode. The voice outside speaks again, calm, gentle, almost normal. Amy, I saw your light on. Her heart pounds harder. That voice is familiar. Too familiar. It belongs to someone who has been around the ranch for a long time. Someone who smiles at her, checks on her, acts like family. And that is exactly why Amy feels afraid. Because Ty's warning wasn't random. He didn't say it for drama. He said it like he knew something was coming. Amy steps back slowly, as quietly as she can. The floor creaks under her boot, and she freezes. The voice outside pauses like it heard the sound. Amy? It says again, closer now. Amy takes another silent step backward. Her eyes dart around the room, searching for something she can use, anything. But she's not thinking clearly. Her mind is rushing. What do they want? Did they see the folder? Did they know she found the note? She feels her throat tighten as she presses a hand over her mouth to stop herself from making any sound. Then the door handle moves slightly. Amy's breath stops. The handle jiggles once. Then the voice says softly, It's me. Open the door. Amy's body tenses like a trapped animal. She doesn't move. She doesn't blink. She holds onto the folder like it's her last piece of tie. The handle stops. Silence. Then footsteps slowly move away. Amy stays frozen even after the footsteps fade down the hallway. Her chest rises and falls in quick, shaky breaths. Her eyes burn with fear, but also anger. Because now she's sure Ty was right. Someone is hiding something. Amy rushes to the closet and pushes the folder back into the box, hiding it under old clothes and blankets like her life depends on it. She shoves the lid on and pushes the box deeper into the corner. Her hands are shaking so badly she can barely do it. Then she sits on the edge of her bed, staring at the wall, trying to understand what just happened. The next morning, Amy looks normal from the outside, but inside she feels like she's cracking. She walks downstairs quietly, listening to every sound, watching every face. The kitchen smells like coffee, and the ranch sounds like it always does, but everything feels different now. Like she's living in the same place but in a different reality. Lou is at the table, going through papers. Jack stands by the counter, looking out the window like he's thinking about something heavy. Everything seems ordinary, but Amy's mind is racing. She wonders if they know, if they heard anything last night, if they have secrets too. Amy tries to act normal. She pours coffee. She pretends to listen, but her eyes keep scanning the room. Every smile feels suspicious. Every question feels like it has another meaning behind it. Then Jack looks at her and says gently, "You okay, sweetheart? You look like you didn't sleep." Amy forces a small smile. "I'm fine," she says, but her voice sounds flat. Even to her, Lou's eyes narrow slightly. She notices something's off too. "Amy, what happened last night?" Lou asks. "You weren't in your room when I checked."